everybody, it's Allie from Padfoot Palms, Poodles, and Pals, and today we are going to be talking about all the things that breeders do that make both myself and other buyers absolutely crazy. Number one, when breeders post pictures of their dogs tied. Now, I understand that we are all adults, right? And if you yourself are a breeder or at all familiar with the cycle of life, you understand how it is that dogs breed, right? I am a breeder. Of course, I understand this. However, when I see breeders posting pictures of dogs tied, especially when they're posting them in their litter announcements, it just comes across really tacky. I have seen quite a few buyers who complain about this because it's just not necessary, right? Certainly post an adorable picture of your female, right? I'm seeing a lot of litter announcements that are, like pregnancy photos, right? But done with a dog. She's wearing a tutu. She's got a ribbon. We've got a cute sign. Like all of that is fantastic, but just don't post your dogs tied. It's not necessary. Number two, scheduling puppy pickup the day before puppy pickup. There is nothing more frustrating to a busy family or another breeder or someone who's having to travel from far away, right? There's nothing more frustrating than being excited to pick up your puppy with no plan. If your buyers are having to prompt you multiple times, when are we going to do puppy pickup? What time? Can we do this day? Right? If your buyers are having to prompt you to do that, then you're not setting the expectation of, okay, here is the layout of how this is going to happen. Puppy pickup is on this day. Your scheduled appointment time is this time, right? If you want to better control the experience that your buyers have, then you have to take the reins and give them the information that they need. If they're coming from far away, if they're trying to find daycare for children, right, so that they don't have to travel in the car, or maybe they're trying to plan around other family events. Maybe they're trying to plan around financial responsibilities, so they need to know when they need to pull the money out for that puppy, right? All of those things, you can better help them by setting a date and or time to go with puppy pickup. Even if it's still quite a few weeks out, if your puppies are just born and people on your waiting list or your deposit list are, prompting you and saying, hey, when is puppy pickup going to be? You can give them a general idea of, okay, it will likely be this weekend, right? If you don't want to peg down a specific date, but give them something that they can plan around, because it's very frustrating, those breeders that wait until the day before to schedule puppy pickup, because there's a lot of back and forth. Go at this time. Well, I can't go at this time because I have to travel from 5 hours away. Okay, what about this time? Well, I'm meeting this person in this place, so let's meet there, right? Have a location in mind. Have a date and time in mind so that you can better steer the conversation rather than frustrating your buyer. Number three, making buyers ask for pictures 20 gabillion times. Now, this is frustrating not only, well, hello there. It's frustrating for not only the breeder, but also the buyer, because they are having to constantly prompt the breeder for pictures, and they feel like they're bothering the breeder's getting frustrated, the breeder is busy and doesn't take, what the buyer perceives as a short enough amount of time to respond. It's just problematic. So once you have a buyer lined up, the best thing you can do is set the expectation up front for this is when I send out pictures. This is the link to the website to view the pictures, or I'll be sending them to your phone, or I'll be sending them to your Facebook Messenger. Whatever your process is, lay that out for the buyer to let them know, hey, I send out pictures twice a week or 3 times a week in the evening, right? Have a schedule and then stick to that schedule. If there's going to be an issue, send out a message to your buyers and let them know, hey, we had a little bit of a hiccup today with cleaning and we're not going to be able to get puppy pictures out today, but you can expect them out on Friday, right? Because then what that does is it keeps the buyer from having all of that anxiety, because remember, they're excited about their puppy. They want to see that puppy grow and change over time. So they are always going to be prompting you for pictures. But at least if you have a set schedule, you can come back to them and say, okay, next round of puppy pictures will be out Friday. And you can take it from there. Number 4, no communication or updates for weeks after a deposit is made. Once someone places a deposit, you should be directing them to where they can go to get updates about their puppy. Is it on your website? Is it on your Facebook page? Is it in a private Facebook group that you create? Is it in a private Facebook group chat that you create? Whatever the case may be, you need to set that expectation so that they know where they can go to get updates, to watch what you're doing with the puppies. Are you doing ENS? Are you doing ESI? Are you doing a curriculum with the puppies? What activities did they do that day? If you're not doing any of those things, then I highly recommend that you start your research and start doing them. So where do they go for the updates? Make sure that your buyers know where it is that they need to look, because otherwise they're going to be coming to you and prompting you to get the information. 5, no updates on social media. So if you have a private Facebook group or a private chat, or you text people pictures, whatever the case may be, that's fantastic. But you also want to be updating your social media, especially if you have a litter on the ground. And even if you don't have a litter on the ground, you need to be updating your social media. Because when people are researching about a breeder, one of the very first things that they do is they go to their Facebook page and scroll through all of the pictures, all of the posts. What are you telling people? Are you posting educational material to try to educate new puppy owners? Are you posting pictures of your adult dogs doing happy things, living their best life, right? These are all things that help the buyer to know that A, you're not a scammer, because let's just be honest, there are a ton of scammers out there. And B, it lets them know that they're getting a quality puppy from a quality breeder, because they can see that those dogs have lives outside of, right, just breeding for puppies. Another great thing to have, just to keep on your website or your Facebook page, is the information about health testing. Do you have OFA results? Do you have pen-hip results? Do you have genetic testing or things like that? Now, I'm not saying that every breeder should have that posted for everyone to see, because unfortunately there are some people who would try to steal the information and Photoshop it and steal it, which is just unfortunate. But to say in summaries and in pictures and things like that the dogs have been tested, or that the information is available upon request, right? That's good information to have on your website or on your web page, your Facebook page, so that when people are researching you, they can see, again, that they're going to get a quality puppy. Number 6, not sending proof of testing. So this is one of those areas where I have run into what I thought were very good breeders when in actuality they weren't. So if you are going to, show that your dogs have been tested, whatever that testing is, whether that's genetic testing, OFA, PenHip, whatever the case may be, you need to be ready to show proof, right? And if someone requests proof, please don't be insulted, because as I said in my previous comment, there are a lot of people who try to steal the information and claim that their dogs are genetically tested when they're not. So a good buyer, a responsible buyer, is going to ask you, do you do testing? What do you do? Okay, great. That sounds like great information. Please send it to me. So be ready to do that, and be ready to answer any questions that they may have about the testing results that you provide. Number 7, not having your dog's pedigree. So I can tell you, as a breeder of standard poodles, there is nothing more frustrating than finding what you think is a quality breeder, and then you want to research the pedigree to make sure that those dogs aren't related to your dogs, right? So that we don't have any unnecessary inbreeding, and the breeder doesn't have a pedigree. It just shows a lack of preparedness. So you should always have a copy of the pedigree for whichever dog it is that you're breeding, in case someone needs to look and see, okay, is this dog related to my dog? Are they not related to my dog? Are they very closely related to my dog? Those are very, very important points, especially if you're going to be selling to other breeders. And last but not least, questions about temperament. So as a breeder or even an educated buyer, if they are asking you about a dog's temperament and your answer is, oh yeah, this puppy is very sweet, that tells them literally nothing about the puppy. All puppies are sweet, right? Tell them, give descriptors about that puppy's personality, about that puppy's temperament. If you just say, oh yeah, the puppy is really sweet, what that says to me is either this breeder is very busy and doesn't want to talk to me right now, or that they're not spending enough time with their puppies. Neither of those is the kind of impression that you want to make on your buyers. So if someone's asking you about temperament, if the puppies are too young to be showing any temperament, right? If they're 3 weeks old, then you can talk about the temperament of the parents and explain, well, right now we're seeing a lot of movement. The puppies are moving around. Harry Potter puppy is very adventurous, and he's, going out onto the edge of the whelping pen, and he's doing the rounds every day. He's going around, right? There are some things that you can say, but mostly you'll be talking about the temperament of the parents. Are they confident? Are they secure in settings outside of the home? Are they good with kids? Are they patient? Are they do they have high prey drive, right? If someone's looking for a hunting dog, how trainable are they? How well or how quickly do they pick up new tasks, right? These are the kinds of answers that people are looking for when they say, okay, what is the temperament of the puppy? So be creative in your answers. Be detailed. Don't just give a one-liner and say, oh yeah, this puppy is sweet. Okay, so that's it for our list today. If you enjoyed the video, give me a big thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. That's okay too. And if you like these videos and want to see more of them, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. I'd love to have you join our Facebook group. There is a ton of information there, and we have a really positive community, so we'd love for you to be a part of it. And I hope you're having a great day. We'll see you in the next video.